As you've seen, tables are a great tool for organizing information in your drawing. But what if you need your tables to be configured to a certain standard? Let's take a look at how to configure an area table style to do just that. So once again, we have a sample in our drawing that's just made up of simple AutoCAD objects like lines and arcs and texts. And we can see some things from this example that will help us build our style. For example, everything on this table, the lines, the text, everything is on a layer called C prop table. We can also see there's some different text styles going on here. The data is a slightly different style than the headings. So let's see what that's all about. I'll right click a piece of text and pick properties. And we'll see here that the style is Arial and that the height is 7.5, or if you recall from the previous videos, that's 0.15 inches in paper height. And it looks like the table title and the headings are the same. As for the individual pieces of data, these items are a style called standard and a height of 5, which equates to 0.1 in paper height. So let's see if we can configure a style that will match this standard. I'll go over here to my settings tab on Toolspace, and I've already drilled down under Parcel, Table Styles, and Area. And I'll just right click the word area and pick new. I'm going to call this new table Company Standard. So I'll go to the Information tab and just type in Company Standard. And then on the Data Properties tab is where I begin to build the table. So just kind of working from the top down. My title style, as you may recall, was Arial, and the height was 0.15. The header style, also Arial, 0.15. And the data style is going to be standard 0.1, which it is already set to. Now to set each of the values, I simply double click. So I'll double click where it says parcel table. This is the title of the parcel. And I'm going to call this table of lots. Then I'll go to my column headings, and this first one's called parcel number. I want that to be a little bit different. This is lot NO. Next is area, and that's going to be area all caps, acres, AC. And then the next one is going to be area, again all caps, SF for square feet. And these other columns I can delete because I don't need them. So now it's time to actually configure the contents of each cell. So let's go to lot number. We just simply double click the column value row, and you can see it's already set to parcel number. That actually looks pretty good. I think that'll be fine just the way it is. The next one is area in acres, so I'll double click that cell, and I can see that it's area. I have to select on the code to see the configuration over here, so don't forget to do that. But when I do, I see that it's set up for square foot and not acre. So let's switch that to acre, and I'll click OK. And then for the third column, I'll again double click the cell. Right now this is set to perimeter, which is not what I want at all. So I'll change this to parceled area, just like the one before, but this time I do want the square foot unit. So click the arrow, push that over into the contents box, which by the way is the most common mistake when configuring these styles, is to go ahead and select everything you need on this side and then click OK, forgetting to click the arrow to push it over and commit the change. So we'll click OK there. Alright, so that should take care of setting up the data. Now let's go to the Display tab, and here we see a lot of layer 0 with individual colors. And I know that's not what I want. I want everything to be on the layer C prop table, so I'll use my Shift key and select every single line, then click any one of the layer cells, and I'll scroll down to C prop table. So that sets all the layers. Now I want all the colors to be by layer, so I'll just click one of the color cells and then click by layer and OK. Same thing with line type and line weight. I want this all to be by layer. And you'll find that most companies are set up everything by layer. So that's everything set to by layer that I can. I'll go ahead and click OK. I think I'm there. Let's go ahead and try to create a table and see what it looks like. I'll go to Annotate, Add Table, Parcel, and add area. I'll choose the style of company standard. I'll choose the label style that I want to key on, which is lot number with circle. Click OK and insert the table. Right off the bat, I see that something is not quite right, and as I zoom in, it looks like it's solid green, but there's something in there. So what's going on here? So I'm going to check it out. I'll right-click Company Standard and click Edit. And when I go to the Display tab, I'll notice that all these fill values are turned on and the same color. So that's why it just looks like solid green. Well, looking at my example, I don't want any fill at all. So I'm just going to turn all those fill values off. I don't want to turn off any text, just fills. I'll click OK, and now it's starting to look a lot better and a lot more like the example. So everything looks pretty good. Maybe some of the spacing in the cells isn't quite right, but that's okay. It's kind of sized them automatically to fit the text. One thing I do notice is that my lots are in no particular order. It starts at 167 and jumps around. I wonder if there's a setting in the style that will sort it. And as you might guess, I wouldn't be leading you there if there weren't. So I'm going to go back to the Data Properties tab, and you'll notice there's a Sort Data option. I can turn that on, sorting by column 1, which is lot number, ascending, so from 1 to 2 to 3 and so on. And that should sort the table nicely for me, and now my lot numbers progress from 1 up until the last lot very nicely. So there you have it. Just like parcel styles and label styles, you can also configure table styles to match the standards of your company or organization.